What's up, everybody? This is Matthew Moon, and I'm here to give you a bit of a rundown on crypto. And one of the reasons why I want to do that, one of the reasons why I have started this podcast, or this YouTube video, I should say, is because I think there's a lot of amazing things happening in crypto right now as we speak. We've seen, obviously, this massive crash in January. One of the bigger crashes, not unusual. It's happened in crypto before. Bitcoin came back. All the altcoins came back. This has happened before. This is still a very volatile market. The reason why I want to start this podcast, though, I keep calling it a podcast. I mean a YouTube channel, whatever this is. The reason why I wanted to start it is because there is a ton of positive news that is maybe going a little bit too far under the radar right now, and I just want to maybe draw a bit more attention to it. One of the things that we've been noticing, obviously, over the last couple of days is that Litecoin has gained tremendous momentum. It has had a lot of hype around it because of an alleged fork that's happening that would increase its value. However, there's some speculation about the legitimacy of that fork. That notwithstanding, we do universally see across the market a lot of positivity. And there are good reasons to think about that positivity beyond just kind of some uncertainty or hype about a fork. We have, for example, Ripple. Ripple is actually partnering with a Saudi central bank offering pilot program. And the value here is that you actually are beginning to see real world applications for crypto. We also have evidence of that from Ripple's trial with Western Union. One of the biggest companies for sending money around the world is now partnering with Ripple, whose sole function is to send money around the world. What does that mean for Ripple? I think that's an incredibly positive thing. And again, not just for Ripple. What does this show us? Look broader than Ripple. It shows that there are real-world applications for crypto. Not just that they're real-world applications, but that legitimate, established companies and institutions are taking notice. And we have way more evidence of that in other companies like, for example, IOTA, which has gotten tremendous support from the Bosch organization. Bosch is a multinational company, one of the leading companies when it comes to appliances and auto parts, and it is leading the Internet of Things future that is ahead of us. And as the Internet of Things market grows, IOTA will also grow with it. It is a technology based on the concept of enabling a widespread Internet of Things, and IOTA will fuel that economy. So IOTA is definitely one of the picks that I've always had my eye on. Ripple, I know people have lots of qualms with Ripple, but we do see that real world testing as sort of a positive move. One of the really cool things, though, about IOTA is that Bosch has said that the upcoming generation of tech that they put out, appliances, auto parts, that this will be in large part Tangle compatible. Tangle is the form of blockchain that IOTA works on. It is infinitely scalable. In addition, it's not just Bosch. Volkswagen has also teamed up with IOTA. They have actually joined and merged with IOTA. So you're seeing huge things coming out of that company. These are, again, real world cases. And we're seeing other examples across the crypto board of this happening. But for me, Ripple and IOTA really stand out. Doesn't surprise me then that you would see the Winklevoss twins, those famous U.S. investors, predicting a multi-trillion-dollar market cap for just Bitcoin, not just the entire market, but just Bitcoin. You're talking trillions and trillions pouring into crypto over the next couple of years, in the opinion of these two experts in the field, expert investors. We have another couple of things that are worth drawing your attention to here, and I'll just kind of center on how these might sound like negative things, but they are actually very positive things. One of the issues that has kept big money out of crypto is the potential for volatility. Volatility has been keeping people out of crypto. That's why very recently the U.S. Securities Exchange said that crypto wasn't really much of a threat to sort of world economy because its market cap is a drop in the global bucket. Until you get bigger investors coming into crypto, that market cap will still remain a drop in the bucket. the changes that are happening right now are changes that I think will draw in big investors. So, for example, we saw this headline a few hours ago that South Korea has backpedaled on any potential ban. We had tons of fear, uncertainty, and doubt in the market this past couple of weeks about bans. India was banning crypto. South Korea was banning crypto. China was banning crypto. Here's what we've learned. India is not banning crypto. Not at all. We've also learned that China has not full-on banned crypto in the way that it was portrayed in the media. Much of that was misinformation after the Bank of China was hacked and people were sending fake emails to media outlets. And the Chinese government, or I should say the Bank of China, I believe it was, confirmed that that was all a hack and fake. In addition, South Korea is not banning crypto. There is no ban. People have backpedaled on this now. The government is looking favorably on cryptos insofar as there are now license exchanges for crypto sites. This sounds like a bad thing, right? We want crypto to be totally decentralized and independent of government and anarchical and blah, 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 blah. I get it. However, the only way for any of this to enter into the mainstream where people will start really paying attention to it and really start investing in it is by looking legitimate. And that doesn't mean that these projects are hypocritical or that the market itself is hypocritical in its aims. Blockchain, Tangle, these things will change the world. There is no doubt about that. Where we have a bit of a doubt is whether or not there is a future for it to change the world if it is not in some way made to appear legitimate in its sort of core structure. So the reason why Bitcoin has been jumping a little bit is because the licensed exchange ideas in South Korea have actually proven to be a really popular idea. And the reason is that it looks legitimate. And these licensed exchanges means there's much less of a possibility for fraud, and the collapse of these exchanges is much less likely if they are licensed and verified, because they will have, again, some sense of formal backing that gives them legitimacy. Anyways, all this is just to say is that the Bitcoin license for exchanges is a big deal. It ensures some sense of stability and promises a reduction in volatility, I think anyway, because if there is some formal recognition of the integrity of an exchange, then I think there's a pretty good chance that people would say, hey, that's a really good exchange. It has that license. It means it is in some way verified. Therefore, I will put money into it. That's not all, right? We have also this news that might, again, on the surface, sound like a bad thing, but I don't think it's a bad thing at all. Coinbase has dropped credit cards from its website. You cannot add any new credit cards. This is not a bad thing. One of the reasons for all of the volatility in the market is that people are using their credit cards, which they do not have the money to pay off, to take out loans effectively in order to buy crypto. So when someone who's already in debt uses their credit card to buy crypto and put themselves further in debt, and then a January crash happens, those people pull out of the market, or they lose everything, or both. The result is that crypto looks unreliable. Crypto looks volatile. If people can't put anything but banked money into crypto, that means they can't spend what they don't have. And that means that the volatility of crypto will subside. So look, all of this is great news. I think this is stuff to be really positive about. And I'm going to hopefully be on here with my co-host at some point. We work very different schedules, so it's sort of hard to get together. He wanted to call himself Larry Lambo, no matter how much I rejected that name and how silly it sounded. But who am I to talk? My name is Matthew Moon on here. Anyways, look, this is great news. I think we're looking forward to a really healthy market in the coming months. I'm not an investment expert. I'm a very, very good reader, though. Very good critical thinker, I'd like to think. And I think we're going to see some really great things coming out of these news stories as the market will, I think, stabilize. And I encourage you to do your own research, but I do think we're looking at something really, really great, or that we're on the verge of something really, really great. Okay, talk to you soon.